stay up. Working late, stay up. Counting all the way up. Counting blessings, yeah, you know we pray up. Pray up. On track, now we going way up. Now we going way up. Now we going on track, now we going way up. Now we going way up. Now we going. Keep the same energy. Work on being better when I'm 70. Your drip is just a water spring. You know I drip different, this is 7 seas. I deal with life different, make that lemon squeeze. Went off for my style and identity. Better bounce back and get the cheddar cheese. I guess that's why they envy me.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of the Epic Podcast. Joined today with Ike and Jared. Man, what's good? How's y'all sports week been?
Cool, man. Yeah, cool for the most part. We played on Thursday, got the win. Ohio State played on Saturday, got the win. Not too bad.
Okay, what about you, Ike, man?
You played on Sunday, got the win. IU played on Saturday. I've actually missed half that game, but I was able to catch it. I was running around doing stuff for other people. So
Y'all got the win, so I mean, hey.
we did get the win. And that's all. And that was homecoming. A homecoming that I really wanted to go to, but no. Money. And I'm poor. So.
I get it, brother. Totally get it.
I mean, Colts won. Oh, San Fran won too.
Well, yeah, I started with Sunday. I went back.
Yeah. Minus all the injuries. Y'all got y'all. Hey, McCaffrey showed out.
I told you there's nothing wrong with McCaffrey. It's the fact that we couldn't block nobody.
Yeah, I mean, well, I guess you say O-line finally, created some space for him. But man,
I mean, getting Kittle back when it comes to blocking is huge. Like he had no catches, but his impact on the game was still huge. Because I mean, he loves the block. It's crazy to have a tight end who's like, look, I don't need to catch the ball. Just let me pancake this dude for 60 plays, and I'm all for it.
I'm with it too. Colts won. Bama won. So yeah, no, man,
we all winners over here.
Yeah, winning this week. Let's jump into it, man. As we was talking about a little bit before we started, we got NBA tip off tonight. Actually, right now, you got the Rockets and OKC playing right now. So with that, I want to talk a little bit about like the team rankings, I guess, in a way, like some of the top teams, who y'all see as some of the top teams going into the season. I guess we all will start with essentially the Thunder being top team right now. Who would you put after the Thunder? I mean, because they're essentially a favorite to repeat.
Way too early, Chief.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I mean, your top team so far, just based on what you know. I know ain't nobody played. I know it's early, but just as you see them, like, who would you put number 2 team in the league right now?
Dallas last week. I mean, I think if you're looking on paper, I mean Dallas has the roster. I think that everybody's kind of looking at. Once Kyrie's still out, right?
Yeah.
When is he back? You know how long he's out?
I don't know. I mean, it probably is into next year, I'd imagine.
It is definitely in the next year. I think after All-Star break, maybe. Because he got the injury kind of late. It's usually close to 12 months, almost on that. But
who's their point guard, I guess, would be my next question.
Their point guard? Ooh.
Yeah. That is going to be rather important, I think.
I can look right now. It is, let's see, depth chart. Right now, D'Angelo Russell, remember? They picked him up. So right now, their starters is D'Angelo Russell, Klay Thompson, Cooper Flagg, Anthony Davis, and Daryl Lively.
Anthony Davis, I don't understand why he insists on being a forward. It just makes no sense. It's too like he doesn't shoot well enough anymore to be a forward. Because he doesn't stretch the court. I don't understand that. But
yeah.
He should be the coldest five in the league. So I mean, I think he's good enough to be able to bring a five out, but it's not. I just don't like that lineup. I don't like him at the four, and I think that was partially a Lakers problem. He is a five, dude. In today's NBA, you need to be a five. Period.
Yeah. What about Denver?
Oh yeah, that's probably who I'd have second, if not first. Because we got
Yeah.
to remember, Denver took the champions to 7 games in that Western Conference Finals. So Denver is probably um, who I would have second, if not first.
Yeah,
So
because they got Cameron Johnson,
yeah, they're loaded.
Hardaway Jr. They got Valanciunas, first round pick Peyton Watson, Julian Crawford. I mean, they kind of reloaded. I mean, they got rid of the headache. Well, I ain't gonna say the headache, but they got rid of the distraction when it came Michael Porter Jr.
Man, you kind of muffled all of a sudden.
I was gonna say, you sound like he had water to you. Okay, I just want to make sure it wasn't just me.
Better.
Shouldn't better.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah,
I don't know. My mic is like right here. Well, now it is, as y'all can see. Um, Cleveland at 3. Y'all like that?
Sure.
I mean, we talking regular season, so yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's what I'm
mean,
just saying. I
I
mean,
think
they had a
Cleveland
great
is
regular season last year.
they're yeah. I mean, they're probably the number one seed in the East, I would imagine. Since Boston's missing Tatum, I don't seem like there's a lot for them to fight against. Maybe New York. Um, so yeah, I'm not going to fight that for now, at least.
I like to see how Lonzo Ball play.
We know it's gonna be spectacular, but just not winning basketball. I mean, that's kind of his forte. So I mean, he's gonna get some highlights, but it's not gonna be winning basketball at all. So
Okay. Speaking of the Knicks, I was saying Knicks at 4.
I'm not mad at that.
yeah, I
Not
mean,
mad at that. Okay. Houston at 5, even with no Van Fleet.
I just
yeah,
had to go to jail. So, man, I mean, it seems like Katie's a great player, but he doesn't seem to have gelled with his teammates the last couple of trips. I I can't really say why. And I'm not saying it's his fault. It just seems like maybe there's some kind of weird luck. But I mean, he's got to be a, better in that spot than Jenny Green was. They didn't really lose anybody else that I can recall.
Mm-mm.
And I mean, coaches preaching defense. I mean, he did that same thing in Boston before he got himself in trouble. Uh, Houston was good defensively last year. Can't imagine that's going to change. With Katie being there, I mean, he's always been a good help side defender. So, not mad at that either. But I'm also curious as to how they're going to gel.
That makes
yep.
sense. Clippers at 6. I mean, with their depth, Beal, Brooke Lopez,
They
Collins,
got
Chris Paul.
they definitely got a nice roster. I mean, it's older, but
Yeah.
they got they got like who they need to win. So we'll see.
A lot of hungry guys, too. Like,
Yeah,
guys that's been around for a while, just like hungry to make that next push.
yeah. I actually wouldn't be mad if they won it all. I wouldn't be mad at that at all. Because Harden, CP3, like I'm rolling with that. And then maybe people will start putting some respect on Harden's name if he, got this little stupid NBA championship. I hate championships. Like it's just the dumbest thing ever. But that's what people want to see. So
But I also think some people, like some players, have done so much in their careers that it's like you're kind of waiting for that's the only thing they have left to accomplish.
yeah, but then on the flip side of that, people pick and choose. People parade Allen Iverson around. Not granted, I'm not slighting because I love Allen Iverson, but they parade him around, but then they want to trash James Harden. And it's just like, bro, Allen
But
Iverson didn't do anything better than James Harden. No, he does nothing better than James Harden. But
but I also think that like when James Harden is done playing, he will fall into that same category as Allen Iverson.
but did people talk trash about Allen Iverson ever? I don't ever recall anybody bad mouthing Iverson. But with Harden, it's
I
just
I am a huge Iverson
I was about to
fan.
say
Yes,
he's an Iverson
absolutely.
fan. You have to ask him.
yeah, that's what I'm
Yes,
saying.
they,
Like
they they absolutely have trashed him for only getting to that one finals, and yeah,
I've
I mean,
never in my life seen that. But If you see something, show
And
it.
I
Send
think
them away.
yeah,
I've never
some of
heard
the
any.
Harden stuff I think is like his kind of disappearing in some of the more important playoff games that he's had. I think is why he gets a little bit more slack because I mean, what was it last year? He went for 40 in the first game and then kind of disappeared for almost the rest of the series. He is still the single game leader in turnovers, and what he had like 13 in that game. That for whatever reason they shot 27 straight threes, which to me is ridiculous. But I think that's a little bit more of why Harden catches flack for not having. I don't even want to say not having a ship. I just think it's sometimes his playoff performance and his biggest moments, his playoff performance haven't been the best. And then people remember that more than they remember his better playoff performance.
And he'll have leads and blow like series leads.
He'll blow series leads.
Well, I'm just saying, like when you're looking at a leader of a team, like
So I ain't
and
no
what
Dre
he
number one.
and compared to what he do in the regular season, I just think that's just the stigma that kind of follows him.
Yeah, and I feel that, but I still can't just turn my back on what he has done.
No, and I don't think that take
A lot of people like drag him for what he hasn't done, but what he has done is
is a
key.
lot, but I just think like when you undone, like again, like I mean, you can look at like the Charles Barkleys and stuff like that. When you got people who've done so much in their career, and the only thing they haven't done is this one, and you see that they're right there at that ceiling, and it's like, hey, look, like I can see if like James Harden like balled out and like the rest of the team just wasn't doing this part to get him over that hump. It'd be like, okay, like he done drug some bad teams to the playoffs, and it's just like he's been doing his thing, but the team hasn't. It always seemed like the moments where the games would be close and things of that neighbor where he has to take over and possibly win a game or two on his own because you need a superstar to do that. You know what I mean? A couple times in the playoffs. It's just like in those moments, like Ike was kind of saying, like he'll have, 10 turnovers or, they'll, you know what I mean, miss like, you know what I mean, like in a row. Like
I
it
mean,
just
but
be weird, crazy stuff that goes on with him. And it's just like those
I mean,
things.
that's all true. But then going back to Allen Iverson comparison, what was his issue? Why didn't he get it done? If everybody's just always dissecting Harden, what was Allen Iverson's
But
reason?
like Ike said, he gets a
People hit
lot of flack
Iverson
for
the
only
same
going
thing.
to the one.
Like
I've
people will
never,
say that
I
he
can
shot
honestly
them out of
say
games.
on my kid's life, I've never heard anybody badmouth Iverson. Not ever once.
People are
Never.
constantly saying how Iverson's shot was basically just a volume score.
Yeah,
Like
I've never
I
heard
see
that.
that
I
all the
believe
time.
you, but I've never heard that. As
Yeah.
much sports as I've talked, I've never heard that. Just like people talk about Derrick Rose, like he's a guy. I don't get that either. And I
I
mean, I
think
understand people like he played for his hometown. All right, cool, I get it. But you would think Derrick Rose got 10 championships. I've never heard anybody badmouth Derrick Rose. Never.
But I think after that, I think Derrick Rose is just a little different, only because he won an MVP, but he's never been like to a conference championship. You know what I'm
That's.
saying?
I
Like
mean,
I'm
he
just saying, like
won.
he's never been. I don't think he's ever even been close enough
Yeah, LeBron and
to
them
to
beat him in
even have that conversation.
LeBron's beat him in the conference championship. They were the number one seed. The year he won MVP, they played the Heat
Was
in
that
the.
in the conference? I thought that was
No, you
the
could
round
have been right.
before.
They could have played the Celtics after that.
Yeah, I think that was the round before he beat him.
They had the number one record though. I do know
Yeah,
that.
no, absolutely, and that's what I'm saying. Like I think after that, once he got hurt, like like it was just no more Derrick Rose after that. You know what I'm saying? Like we kind of all waited around for him to come back and return to the form that he was, and he never did. And he just became a journeyman. It was kind of like, all right, whatever. Like you just look back to that one spectacular MVP season with him, and that was kind of it. But somebody like Harden, who's had like continued, you know what I mean, success, regular season success, things like that. You just look at him as like one of them guys that's just constantly like at that ceiling and just ready to break through. And it's just something crazy happens in the playoffs with him. Every time he's in that moment where he can take that next step where people be like, okay, get to a finals. Like he just doesn't. And like I said, and it may not all be him. It may be something else that's going on, but like his performances have been like key in the reasons why he hasn't made that next move. And I think I mean, like if you look back on Allen Iverson, I mean, his teams too. Like you could say the kind of the same things, like you said, volume score, things of that nature. I mean, Charles Barkley is probably even a better example of one of them guys that just That one MVP that like has led the league. You know what I mean? I think he got a scoring title or even close. You know what I mean? Like one of those just dominant players that just could never get over that hump. And I think Harden is kind of just in that window, but he just so good. And you may actually kind of look at it as a compliment because he's so good. It's like you expect him to do more, being as good as he is. And I think that's why he probably gets more flack, but that kind of comes with the territory of being so good. If this is my outlook on it.
I do
I
think that
respect.
the Derrick Rose thing, I think is a well, people look at different like players who had great potential who got hurt early in their career, and we'll give a little bit more the benefit of the doubt because they got hurt. Like, 'cause, I mean, I've never heard anybody say anything bad about Derrick Rose. I've never heard anybody say anything bad about Penny Hardaway. I've never heard anybody say anything bad
Great
about
Hill,
Grant Hill.
like
Cats who like you saw potential for them to be great, and then they got hurt, and people just like, all right, well, he got hurt, he was never the same. So I do think that factors into like the Derrick Rose thing as well.
absolutely, and like I just think Harden is just so good that you just expect more. And I think people the criticism that comes with it is just like we just expect more from you. And in the moments like I said when Kawhi get hurt, and you know my thing a lot of times those Rocket teams when Chris Paul had got hurt, like I think he was up like 3-2. You know what I mean? It's like at some point you got to at least have one of those super duper spectacular performances that just wills your team to even a series win at some point. Because you look back like at the LeBrons and those guys who's on that next tier that has won championships, things of that nature. It's like they've had like numerous of those performances that had to put the team on their back and just take them to that next
Yeah,
level.
he get dog too.
Yeah,
So
no, he does, but I mean, at least
it's
at
just
least he got
people
championships
are just
behind
super
him.
selective. People are
It's,
just super selective with their criticism, and that's the point I was making. Like they're just super selective with their criticism. So it's just like you
And I
can't.
think if Harden like was one of those guys who had a bad injury and just never was the same, I think people wouldn't even say anything about him. And I think Russ fall into that category too. Like he's one of them same guys that done so much in their careers, just like dude, like you. The only thing you have left to do now is get a championship. So that's the only thing we can talk about with you, like how you perform in the postseason, because you've had all the regular season success anybody could have. There's
Right.
nothing to talk about in the regular season with you. You've done it all. So now in the
Even
postseason, that's
Sacramento.
really all we can talk about. So I think that's just it. And I mean, I would like to see one of those guys win one because it's just like they play so hard, both of them. I'm not a fan of either, but I am a fan of how they play.
You said either as in Harden
Harden
and
or Russ.
like Russell Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook, yeah, my
Oh
fault.
yeah.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? It's just one of them things. So um yeah, but speaking of, criticism things of that nature, man, I heard you have some what's going on with Stephen A and LeBron, man.
Man, bro.
You was telling me you had something to get off your chest.
I mean, Stephen A. is the biggest clown I've ever seen. It's just like the fact that he feels it necessary to go on a tour of podcasts to make himself feel more important than he actually is. I think is ridiculous. Um, he's saying he's basically still talking about that same interaction that was well documented last season between him and LeBron. And it's just like, and this isn't even really a LeBron thing that annoys me with Stephen A. Smith. It's just I don't understand why he tries to act so tough. I remember when he was telling KD that KD wasn't telling the truth about himself because of a source. How can you tell a man that he's lying when he's talking about himself because you have a source? Like I just can't really stand. I just can't really stand the little tour run he's on, and the fact that, granted, I didn't listen to it, but just from the comments, I couldn't bring myself to listen to it. The fact that Carmelo Anthony allowed Stephen A. Smith to go on his platform and talk that trash is just crazy. But hopefully LeBron feels how Drake felt when he turned his back on him. You got to watch how you move, and I feel like the same feeling Drake had when LeBron just switched on him. He probably feel that about Melo. I mean, you that's supposed to be your man, your brother, and you got this clown on there talking crazy about some situation that he's just trying to use to make himself feel more important. I just think it's trash. I feel like he's on a real crazy trash run right now, and like somebody got to stop him. I don't know what it's gonna take, but he that dude has to be stopped. He's like annoying me. Like, there's probably only one person in the world that I hate more than him right now, and I think we all know who I'm referring to. But yeah, like he's ridiculous. I don't have y'all been tapped in? Have y'all listened to anything Buddy's been saying?
I haven't
Nah,
really been listening to it
oh,
because it's kind of the same things. Like you hear the same clips, and he's kind of saying the same things just in different places. So it's like once you don't heard
Yeah,
it, once you don't heard it once, it's kind of like all right, cool,
that's
whatever.
exactly
We,
it.
we 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 know what we know how you feel about it. We know about the. I mean, by now everybody knows about this LeBron interaction. Now LeBron spoke on it. He spoke on it. So it's like okay, we got all the context clues. We get it.
Man,
Whatever. Like moving right along.
he's still talking about it. It's so annoying. So annoying.
But I think he's good content, and people gonna put him. People gonna put him on the platform just for what for who
That's
he is
crazy.
and what he brings to
I
it.
hope I hope I never have enough money to even think about compromising my integrity for it. Like, I hope that opportunity never presents itself because that's crazy.
I mean, he's been
I'm
around. I
gonna
mean, I
watch
mean,
it.
regardless how you feel about it, he's one of them people like the Skip Baylesses who just been
Give me
around.
Skip.
But
At
I'm
least
just I'm just saying, been around
Skip
forever
ain't
and
talking
just.
trash.
I mean, he's had his moments.
Skip hates, but he's not going. Yeah, I'll destroy LeBron. Try to cost me my job. Come on, man. Like, what are you talking about? Like, Skip ain't never went that wild. So Buddy's on a crazy, nasty run right now. Like, and it's driving me insane because I try to listen to everything just to hear people out, and like I don't got any more words for Stephen A. Smith.
I mean, it is what it is, and like I said, the whole LeBron situation has been what it's gonna be. Um, like I said, I think at this point, like I said, it's Stephen A. And when you see Stephen A., people are gonna either read it, people gonna tune into the video. You know what I mean? Whether they like it or not, whatever, you don't care. You just want to get the eyes on your brand or whatever that you're doing. So, what you bring him in for? He does know sports. He's like I said, he's been around forever. So, I mean, nothing else. You can have him, in the conversation for that or on your platform for that. But I mean, people gonna ask those questions because they want to, drive up the viewership or whatever. So it is what it is. I mean, I don't take him serious. You know what I mean? Like when he's talking about things that aren't sports related.
I
Um,
don't take him serious when he's talking about things that are sports related.
I mean, I listen.
I used to.
So
I've never been a big fan of First Take. I mean, I've never been a big fan of other people's sports opinions when it's like forced on you. Now, when I go look for it, I'm cool. If I want to hear what somebody has to say about something, cool. But like First Take is just it just wasn't doing it for me. FS1, like Skip and Shannon, I don't really care for that. I'd much rather listen to Shannon's podcast, whether it's when he's interviewing people or him and Ocho are going at it, than him on FS1. Like, I don't know. It's something about people's sports opinions. Now, granted, here, like, I'm voluntarily on the show, so of course I care about you guys' sports opinions. But First
thank you.
Take has never been my thing. Like, it's just never been my thing.
But I think there's also the entertainment value, and that is bringing multiple people together to hear different views that may not agree and okay with not agreeing. But you also got to think is networks behind it too. So, there's certain things that they have to get out there also. Um, and they pay you to talk about it. So, I mean,
Yeah, he's got it sweet. Maybe that's who created this monster. I don't know, but like he has to go. If I just, I ain't gonna say that.
all
But yeah, but he gotta go.
right. All right. Ike, you got anything about Stephen A. you want to get off your chest, man?
You probably hell no, fuck that nigga.
That's it.
I got nothing,
Okay.
bro.
Fair,
I
fair.
mean, I'll check out First Take sometimes. Or sometimes I used to just have it on my phone every now and
Okay.
again. But no, I got nothing.
Oh, since we're talking about him, he did say the Knicks are going to the championship.
I hope the Knicks lose every game, every single one, lose every game. I just like certain stuff just gets under my skin. Like
Oh
people who,
man,
people who I think say stuff for any other reason but
But I think
just
he's a fan of the Knicks.
No, I'm talking about him in general, not
Oh, okay,
necessarily
okay. I'm
Knicks.
about
Now,
to
I
say
want them to lose every
I think
game
that's a
because of
team.
him, but I'm just saying like something drives me crazy about people that just say stuff just to say it. Like it just drives me crazy. Everybody got their pet peeve. That's just mine.
That's fair.
No, there's people who they call it grifters who like you feel like sometimes their opinion is just like people who are searching for hot takes.
Yeah,
I don't tend to enjoy that type of. Like that's why I kind of went away from sports debate shows for a while. It's like, all right, now everybody just on here
facts.
trying to find the hot take
That's a
of the
fact.
day, like to drive views. I'm like, it doesn't feel genuine when people are doing it that way. It doesn't feel like it's really your opinion. It feels like something you said because you know that most people are going to disagree with you because that tends to be what the hot take is. Hey, everybody's on this side. Let me go on this side just to piss everybody on this side off.
Exactly.
So no, I completely get it. Like that's why I stopped watching First Take and all that for a while. I'll have it on sometimes just because it's sports,
Yeah,
and at least I can catch up on some of the stuff that I might have missed. And that's kind of how I used to get my sports news. Uh, but no, I don't enjoy the debate side of it at all.
Especially when they're talking about other teams, like teams that I may not follow, things of that nature. Because like especially here in the Midwest, like we don't get much. Like we get some of the surrounding cities. Like I hear about Cincinnati teams. I'm gonna hear about Chicago teams, things of that nature. So I'm not gonna hear about the Cardinals. You know what I mean? Like Seattle, like a lot of those teams. I'm just not gonna get a lot of that news here. So like I gotta go seeking out things. So yeah, I listen to the shows just because it's good to hear other people's opinions, other people's takes. Like I say, you do learn some things, and like who other people are a fan of, how they view their teams too. So
right.
Yeah, prime example. I don't watch baseball. Would have never known about what was it, Shohei Tani. I don't want to mess his name up,
Yeah, Shohei
but
Tony.
striking out 10 people and hitting 3 home runs in the same game, and it's a playoff game, I would have never known that. But that is phenomenal.
Yeah,
yeah,
So, like, that is like the stuff that I'll watch for because I would not, it would have never come across my radar outside of that. But, just looking for the debate side of it. And a lot of these shows, they'll have like their A and B block, and it's the same topic for 2 hours. I was like, all
yeah.
right, bro, you just said this an hour ago. I don't need you to say it
Mhm.
again with other people in the room.
No, I agree. I agree with that. All right, remember moving right along. Talk. Let's switch gears a little bit. Talk about some college football. Got the new rankings out. Man, it was a crazy weekend for college football. Quite a few um ranked teams went down. So right now we're looking at Ohio State still number one. Don't see that changing no time soon. But Indiana went is up to number two now. You got Texas A&M at three. You got Bama at four. Georgia at five. Oregon at six. Georgia Tech at seven. Ole Miss at eight. Miami at nine. Vanderbilt at 10. BYU at 11. Notre Dame rounds out the top 12. But then you get Oklahoma, Texas Tech, Missouri, Virginia, Tennessee, South Florida is holding in at 18, Louisville, LSU at 20, Cincinnati at 21, Texas at 22, Illinois 23, Arizona State 24, and Michigan at 25. You said Michigan was gonna get back in there.
Yeah, I mean,
They back in there.
with two losses, there was no way that they're just done like
Yeah.
out of the top 25 forever. Like I thought that
Yeah.
was pretty, you know.
But well, you do got Notre Dame at 5-2 at 12, so which again, and beating a bad USC's team, like
I mean, they were ranked, I guess. So,
yeah. But I think they got three losses now. I think USC do.
I mean, and they'll be back in it as well. If they make it to 6-3, 7-3, they'll be ranked again.
Yeah, so undefeated right now. We got BYU undefeated. You got Georgia Tech still undefeated. Texas A&M, Indiana, and Ohio State. Let me check BYU's schedule. What they got left? They
Damn,
get
no SEC teams, crazy.
none. Um, they get Iowa State this weekend. Then they get Texas Tech and Cincinnati coming up too. So I mean, a couple tester teams. Nothing too tough for them. I don't believe. So they could end the season undefeated.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, that's not a tough schedule at all. Georgia Tech, who they got left? They get Georgia at the end of the season. They got Syracuse this weekend, NC State, Boston College, and Pitt, and then Georgia at the end of the season. So they could probably make it to a bowl game in the ACC and possibly make it into the playoffs, even with that one loss to Georgia.
Mm.
And then we got Texas A&M, who they got left. They get
Texas A&M is undefeated.
yeah, they're undefeated right now. They're 7-0. Oh, they SEC, so that's one SEC
Yeah.
team that's undefeated. I guess I should say. But they get LSU this weekend. Then they get Missouri week after that. South Carolina, Stanford, which is a game. Then they end the season at Texas. So that's Missouri's no pushover. LSU's been playing horrible, so I don't see them losing to LSU. But Missouri is going to be tough, and I mean, depending on what Texas team shows up, it could be a tough one too. But they can very well end the season undefeated, also. And then Indiana, I don't see anybody really standing Indiana the way the rest of the season.
Mm-mm.
UCLA, Maryland, Penn State, Wisconsin, and Purdue.
Belt to ass. All
Yeah,
those.
yeah, they can run the table with those. So, um, yeah, man. Any discrepancies with these rankings?
Nah. It's so wide open. Pause. Well, obviously you got Ohio State, and Indiana. That's like kind of separated themselves from the pack, but is wide open. Like a little bit, everybody's gonna have an opportunity to make it into the playoff. With it being 12 teams, it's far from over. It's far from over. I mean, you might have a 3-loss team make the playoff this year. Because it's just like, and then people are like, "Oh, well, Notre Dame's done." No. If they finish with 2 losses, like there's definitely going to be 2-loss teams in the playoffs, like for sure, 100%. Might be 3 or 4 of them. And will they sneak in one? Possibility.
Yeah, and I and I
Especially
think
like a Georgia to lose another one, Alabama lose another one. It's very possible that they can get in with 2 losses.
yeah, I mean, but I don't really see nobody on Georgia's schedule. I mean, if they lose to Texas, that'd be a bad loss, I believe. Anyway,
Where is it at?
um,
Is it in Texas or Georgia?
it's in Georgia,
Mm,
and then Georgia Tech. If they stay on their run, then yeah, I mean, you lose to Georgia Tech. I think all right, you clearly put Georgia Tech above them, which right now Georgia Tech 7, Georgia's 5, so um, who knows who they'll be by then. And then Bama, they get South Carolina, but then they got LSU, Oklahoma. That's their only ranked games. Then Auburn, who's always plays us tough, but um, I mean, the Oklahoma game may be tough, but LSU, like I said, has been playing bad. I don't see nothing else. If we can get past Oklahoma, then we'd be fine. I don't see another loss for us.
that'll be a good game though. At least
Hmm.
is that in Oklahoma or in Alabama?
That is in Alabama.
Mm,
Um, Ohio State. I mean, y'all still get Michigan at the end of the year. You got Penn State this weekend, but Penn State is nothing. They've nowhere near played up to the potential that everybody thought they was. So, and then y'all got Purdue, UCLA, Rutgers. Y'all very well will stay undefeated. I don't see nothing crazy happening there.
that Big Ten championship game going, man, that thing is going to be
Yeah,
a bloodbath.
but
I feel
I
like whoever comes out of that, but see, and that's the thing though. I could say whoever comes out of that is going to be on to national championship, but that's going to be such a tough game. That's why, like I said last year, I didn't even want to play in the Big Ten championship. Look how that turned out. Like that's going to be a tough game.
That's probably gonna be a because they're still doing what 4 first 4 get buys, right?
Yeah.
Top 4.
yeah,
So I mean that could determine who gets that buy.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yep.
And I think we was kind of talking about this last year about changing that based on records. Not automatically crowning a conference championship, giving them a bye, or automatic in. because if you get an upset, if you got a, you know what I mean, like somewhere in like the Big 12 or somewhere where you know what I mean, you got two loss team versus a I don't know a four loss team or whatever, just based on how the rankings go. Like you giving that team like kind of had like the Arizona State happen last year and all that stuff. It was like, come on, bro. And you got Bama ranked above them, but yet and still you don't put them in, or you know any other team. I ain't even just saying Bama. Even like a Notre Dame situation where they may be stuck at 12 just because they don't have a conference, which, like you said, may benefit them, but they don't get a chance to get a bye at all.
Right.
So I just think that's weird, and it should be based on you know where you ranked based on your record. I don't think it should be based on the conference championship. Cool, you win the conference championship, that's good, but if you're a three-loss team and you win the conference championship, you shouldn't get a bye over an undefeated team.
That's a fact.
So,
I
It
think
don't
they
make the
changed that
or
too.
rules.
or even if you look at an Ohio State Indiana Big Ten championship, and let's just say hypothetically Indiana lost,
Right.
and
Both
then
those
and
teams should
exactly
deserve a first round bye.
exactly like a one-loss Indiana team over a three-loss, you know, hell Big 12 championship. Like that's what we doing. So
We come a long way, man. We trying to kick one loss to the other team out all together last year, man. Look at this. Look at
Mm,
what the
that's
world
true.
nah, this is one of the most
has
one of the most fantastic stories in sports. I'll give you that. Like, because people
I
think I
agree.
hate.
He just
I
got
don't
an
know.
extension too, like an 8 year, like
Yeah, they tried to make
I just
sure
don't
they
get
was
it.
still
Yeah,
98
yeah.
million
That,
or something
they
like
ain't
that.
stupid. Yeah. Hey, look, man.
They
because
like,
There's
we gonna
20
pay
people
this
over
man
there
right
looking
now.
I know Penn State was gonna try to hop on. Pause. They was definitely gonna try to swoop in. Penn State. Who else got? Florida is another big school looking for a coach.
Yep.
at it.
LSU, I mean UCLA is probably
UCLA.
looking for a
Yeah.
coach. So like there was definitely gonna be some bigger options. Granted, I wouldn't have went to. Well, I mean, shit. I bet the quality of life is better living coaching for UCLA than IU. But nah, dude was cool with Stan. They opened the checkbook. Like they good. They did everything right for sure.
Because you got to probably think of James Madison, like if he was, you know, what I mean, maybe interviewed from some other big schools and they just didn't give him a shot. And
Yeah.
Indiana was one of the ones to give him a shot. Be like, stay loyal to the people who gave you the chance. Shoot, and
Right.
you having success. Like, why, you know, what I mean, why switch up for some money that Indiana clearly got? You know what I'm saying? Like, that
I
ain't no,
know how much
you know,
passion is in that
he
school.
like a
They
top.
definitely got it.
He one of the top five paid coaches in college football right now. So what do
And
we?
he's a good coach. Like I still can't figure out what it is or what it was to just change that around like that. Like, 'cause I mean, the names don't blow you off the chart. Like, I mean, they don't. I still don't even think they have any like 5 stars or anything like that. It's just something. I don't know what it is. That's why some people will say well, coaching don't mean all that much. In that situation, coaching is everything because like I don't know. I've never seen a turnaround like that so quick and so effective. So I don't know what's being done or what's not being done now, but
Well, I was watching the game. They actually kind of spoke to this in the game. So like, I watched probably most of the third quarter, some going into the fourth, and they spoke to like he brought in a lot of transfers. So
mhm,
did a heavy focus on the so you got a little bit more experienced guys as opposed to just trying to go out and just recruit. Now he said he doesn't want to continue to do that going forward, but in order to kind of turn it around faster, he brought in a lot. So he brought in a lot of people from James Madison, where he was at before, but also, I mean, with Mendoza as a transfer, who was throwing dimes, by the way, and then brought
oh,
in
the guy
his
from
brother.
last year, the quarterback from last year came from Ohio, and then
Yeah,
the guy from this
yeah.
year came from Cal. Like I mean, he's not even getting guys from big schools, like, and they're killing. So like,
But I mean, that's kind of was his formula. And when he came in, it was like, let me get some of these more experienced guys to kind of help. Now I don't know if he thought it was going to be like this quick, but to help build, and then you bring in your culture. That's why he brought a lot of guys in from
That's
James
what I'm
Madison as
saying. You
well,
get those
kind
guys
of bringing in his
exactly.
culture as well to help people adapt to that culture. And obviously, once you start winning, then it's very easy for everybody to kind of adapt and accept the culture after that.
right,
Especially once you get those key guys in those key positions to, like you said, to influence that culture, you know, day in and day out, and teach the other guys how it's supposed to be done, then it makes it easier on everybody and a turnaround way faster. And You can kind of see that sometimes in like the NFL, like when certain coaches go certain places, um, how quick, what I mean, the culture just turns around. But yeah, no, I think it's more important in college than anything to have culture guys and coaching, like you said, head coaching. I think that's way more important than necessarily the recruits. Of course, you got to have talented guys, but if you get a good coach in there and they know other good coaches and they bring in their systems and whatnot, like you could definitely turn the program around in college way faster than you could ever in the pros. So,
I believe it.
um, we got a couple key games this weekend. Ranked games, you get Vandy and BYU, so that'll be a good one with Vanderbilt being 6-1, BYU being 7-0.
How did
Oh
that
no,
game?
no, 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 that's not the game. Sorry,
I was gonna
I'm
say, like,
looking at the wrong thing. Ole Miss, my bad.
did y'all
Ole
see
Miss
my
and
face? I'm
OU,
like,
my bad.
BYU and
No, 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 my bad. I was looking at the rankings on the screen. My bad. Ole Miss, Ole Miss and OU, my bad, and Missouri and Vanderbilt. So
mm,
so one of them teams that end up, with two losses after that game. Ole Miss and OU, same thing there. One of those teams will have two losses too after that game. So, which will change some of the rankings, I'm guessing next week. So we'll definitely talk about that next week and see how that influenced the rest of these games coming up. And last but not least, man, we can jump over to the grown man's league, man. Recap some week 6 with if I can get the logo to change. Yeah. Man, so I want to start backwards. That Texans and Seattle game was horrible. And I think we talked about it yesterday.
Yeah,
Not yesterday, but last week when we were talking about what games were coming up. It was as bad as advertised.
it was that bad for real.
Bro, it was like 22 accepted penalties.
Oh wow,
Like each team was like on third down was like 4 for 29.
damn, that's
Like
crazy. The
it
team scores almost 30 points without any third down converted.
hardly converting on third down. It was horrible, bro. Uh,
it wasn't worth a 10 p.m. slot. I tell you that much.
Not at all, bro. Not at all. But that Lions Tampa Bay game was great. Very good game.
Yeah, I watched that.
Yeah.
Man, Baker Mayfield and them just couldn't get right.
They couldn't get right last game, but again, they battling a bunch of injuries too.
Man,
So it was eventually gonna catch up with them. So
timeout though. I'm watching the game here, and I guess like the halftime crew the NBC got, they had Tracy McGrady, Vince Carter, and Mello. Like that's crazy. They breaking the bank. But my bad. Go ahead.
but
Sorry.
no, you're seeing a lot of these. Because if you look back, a lot of old players used to be in the booth, and now they're just cycling them out for I guess players of our generation in a way,
Hmm.
or that we grew up on. So
I
it's
can't
kind of
wait to see
weird, kind of
like
seeing it.
Jordan has. I
Man,
know he's working for him in some capacity. I can't wait to see what he has
Yeah,
to say.
I
Man,
think they're
I don't
very
know if have we ever heard Jordan talk basketball.
no.
So I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Outside of talking about himself,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I
yeah.
ain't never heard him just talking about these guys. Like he probably gonna be like, man,
Mm-mm.
these guys suck. All of
it's
them.
gonna it's gonna be interesting.
and I took that personally.
Right. All
Yeah.
these dudes suck.
So let me look. So last week, man, hey, your Bengals pull off the win against the Steelers, man. Probably the best
Mhm.
we done seen the Bengals play offensively, defensively. Like,
In a minute. No, not defensively. No, we was horrible defensively, but
well,
offensively,
I'm just saying, like,
that's
even
the
like,
best I've seen them play, even with Burrow. In I don't know how long. I can't remember the last time our offenses looked that good.
yeah, no, man, yeah, showed out. Chase Brown 11 carries for 108. Crazy. Jamar
Crazy.
Chase 16 catches for 161 and a touchdown. Higgins 6 catches for 96 and a touchdown. Like, um, yeah, man, that was that was
Yeah,
that was
pretty,
good. No
pretty decent.
turnovers. Joe Flacco 3 touchdown passes, 31-47. Like,
You get Flacco some weapons, man. He'll run some numbers up on you. It's
yeah,
really weird and random to me. 'Cause, like nobody ever gave him real credit when they won that Super Bowl. even though he was phenomenal in those playoffs.
and won MVP. And I was actually talking. Me and Justin went to breakfast on Monday. Not yeah, was it Monday? Yeah, Monday. And we were actually talking about that. You know, what I mean, I was talking about Joe Flacco. Like, I'm like, a lot of people don't. Everybody say the defense. I'm like, the defense may have got y'all to the playoffs, but Joe Flacco took y'all to the Super Bowl and won it. Like,
Now, Flacco was phenomenal. I wish he wasn't as phenomenal in those playoffs because obviously they beat us.
yeah,
But I mean, he was not very good going into the playoffs that I do remember. But
hmm
for whatever reason, in the playoffs, it seemed like he couldn't miss. And it just is kind of a testament of you give him at least one and a half receivers, and he seems to find it, and he's got more than that in Cincinnati. So
yeah.
I
He
might
even
like
admitted
him
like
that
most of the plays that they were calling, he didn't know.
But man, look, you call throw the bar to Jamar, like it's
When in
that's
doubt, look for
that's the play.
five, look for one. Like, there's the only two people you need to be looking for. And once they do their thing, it's gonna open up the run game. So run
And
the
then
ball.
hopefully Burrow like learned something from it because I mean at one point it was just like he was forcing it to Chase, I mean, and it was
Mhm.
working. Just like
That's
keep
true too.
just keep throwing it to him, bro. Like I mean, but I don't know if a team is gonna be as stubborn as the Steelers were. I mean, all that man was crazy. Like you
I mean,
can't just
but they essentially got the DBs to do it. But like at some point, like you got to double chase. You got to force
yeah.
them to go
And that's
somewhere
what I
else.
was saying that they're stubborn and they chose not to do so at all. I mean, or even running like some zone. They were just running man, and Jalen Ramsey was getting torched. And I'm not even really that big of a fan of Joey Porter Jr. So they was getting that business, and I mean it worked out for us.
Yeah, and also like they wasn't getting no pressure. So I think
Yeah,
like
they only got two sacks, which
yeah,
is
which is crazy. Like the
yeah.
Steelers are used to getting pressure like constant, and they just
hmm
wasn't.
I don't know if y'all segue. I don't know if y'all have watched like a New York Jets game in full. But when I was did a card show a couple Sundays ago, and they were in that playing in the London game, so it was early. My table was set up right next to the big screen, so I was able to watch it. Their offensive line might be worse than ours, and I never thought I would be able to say that, but I mean their offensive line is horrible. It's
Oh, was that
terrible.
the Denver game?
Yeah, well, that was a
I,
bad
I
game all in
I
all.
did watch that game. Yeah,
Man, their offensive line is the worst crap I've ever seen. It's like Justin Fields he could barely get the snap before having to bail. Like their offensive line is terrible. Like I didn't think it got worse than Cincinnati, but they might have us beat there. And y'all know I look for every single opportunity to discredit my team, and I gotta even cut them some slack there. I don't think we're that bad because that was he had no time to do anything. I don't even understand how that's a NFL product. That's why I definitely think they should implement.
He had
Com-
45 yards passing.
yeah, they need to implement a competition committee because like what do those kind of performances benefit? It don't benefit the fans. Like we don't want to see that. It doesn't benefit football in a whole. Because if that's my first NFL game I've ever seen, I'm never watching again. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I don't know what those kind of performances benefit or who those kind of performances benefit. And it's just like man, somebody got to step in and say, hey man, like y'all got to do something because that's crazy. That's nobody's offensive line should be that bad.
But I also think that that falls on the teams too, to as far as hiring the right GM, coaches, drafting the right player. I mean, it just happens. You know what I mean? Like everybody ain't gonna be as good as everybody. Everybody you draft ain't gonna be as good as the next one. Like it's not the league will never be that balanced. You're just gonna have really good teams and really bad teams. But we also look at the Jets as not being a good organization too. So I think we kind of talked about that last week. Just these historic teams that just have bad organizations from the top, and sometimes you just got to clean house, like essentially from the GM down, and just bring in different people who have a different way of thinking. Who's what I mean, you're gonna do things differently, and hopefully that changes things around. I think we was talking about them. I think we talking about the Browns. Now it looks like Carolina's falling into that after having a few years of success back in the early 2000s, and then the Saints look like they could be on that path at some point if they don't hit the reset button soon. Um, so it's just some teams just don't do things organizationally wise well.
No,
And I
that's
even think you bring up the Bengals sometimes in that conversation.
oh, absolutely. We're up there as far as I mean, you figure we don't have an opportunity to draft Burrow back in 2020. Man, there ain't no telling where Cincinnati football would be. So now I know. I'm
Yeah.
definitely locked in with that.
Raiders, another one, another team that's fallen into that
Bad football.
just for a long, long time. Um, and the Titans might be too if they don't start doing some things differently. They
Yeah.
may be falling into that also.
Yep.
Um,
I agree.
and a lot of these teams aren't big enough to overcome that. Because even if you look at like a Giants team, like they're in New York, like they're big enough, something's gonna happen. Like it'll come around. And you look at the Jets would possibly be in that situation, but I think with them kind of being like the little sister team to the Giants as far as popularity, I would think. Um, yeah, it's just some teams that fall in that Cardinals at one point for a while. That was that. So I don't know, man. Some things gonna have to change. But nah, man, Bengals had a good game last week. Raiders pull off the win against I mean, not the Raiders. Niners, y'all pulled off the win against the Falcons, man. Looked really good. Really, really good against them. McCaffrey with like 31 touches and 200 plus yards.
And we still ain't got all our weapons back,
That's what I'm
man.
saying. Like, y'all still got like,
Although if we still getting hurt too, Bryce Huff
that's
got
what I'm
hurt.
about to say. Y'all lost. Yeah, who got hurt that game?
Man.
Somebody else
Bryce
got
Huff,
hurt.
Bryce Huff finished the game, but he got hurt after the game.
Yeah.
And then Bethune got hurt for a couple of plays, but he ended up coming back, stepping
Yeah.
in for Fred Warner, and that dude played phenomenally. I think
He led your team in tackles. He had 10.
he had 11 tackles going into the game for the season, and 10 in that game by itself. So, yeah, highly motivated, but we can only do so much with some of these injuries. We got to get some of these players back and figure out why. Because it's every week at this point. Like somebody's going down. So
Damn, they're talking to Michael Jordan now. I got it on mute though. I can't hear what they're saying, but
Yeah, I got mine on mute too. I see it, but
that boy look blue, don't he? He look
you don't know.
maroon. Like I ain't never seen maroon skin.
I ain't gonna put it on. It's gonna play him
That leather maroon. That's crazy. Yeah, it's good to see Buddy on the screen, man. I just gotta tap back into that.
yeah, I'm sure you'll be able to catch it everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, I think we was talking about the Saints last week. I was talking not talking. I was talking to Justin about the Saints, and he was just saying that Rattler has been looking good. He did, but the rest of that team is god awful.
That's unfortunate.
Like he was 20 at 32 for 233 and 2 touchdowns, but everything else was horrible. Olave looked well also. That's probably the best game I done seen him play in a long time. Since he was injured for like 3 years, it felt like. What do we think about the Saints? I mean, they're 1-6, 0-3 in away games. Like, is there any potential outside of completely clean the house next season? Hopefully,
They should have drafted Shador.
yeah. But I was telling Justin this. I think the Saints just never reset it from Drew Brees fully and Sean Payton. Like, you still got Kamara there, you still got Jordan there, Davis, Demario Davis. Like, you still got some of these like OG guys there that you didn't really let them go get a chance to win somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't really hit the full reset. Taysom Hill, like, you didn't really hit the full reset button to kind of start over and give the team a fresh start after, you know what I mean, being,
Mm-hmm.
a very good team for a long time. I think to me, that's one of their problems. Same thing with like GM and stuff. Usually when you lose your quarterback and stuff like that, coach, usually you just start over. You get a new GM, let him hire a head coach, they bring in their staff, blah, blah, blah. I don't think they ever did that.
Nah, you're right.
probably
So
not.
I think to me that's their issue. Nonetheless. Uh so let's look at some of the games this week coming up, man. So Thursday night we got Vikings Chargers. Um,
Go ahead, say it, man. Man, what you holding back for? Just say it.
I still don't see it in the Chargers.
I
I
gotta
thought
agree.
it. I thought it. I thought it was going to be a tough game for the Colts. We was talking about it 2 weeks back. The Chargers won those staple games. It was not.
I gotta agree with you, bro. I still agree with you.
I mean, Herbert right now he has a little over 1,900 yards, 13 TDs, and 6 picks. Like
How many TDs? 13.
13, and he's at 13-6. So
He's not even really a huge turnover guy. Like at least I don't. Yeah, yeah. I guess.
yeah, no, he's not. But I don't know. I don't know what I mean. But they have some injuries too, especially their O line. Their O line is very. I don't think they got one starter on the O line right now.
But they also can't run the ball.
But again, I think that's
Right.
hints to the O line
Well,
also being
yeah,
hurt.
like,
So yeah, but yeah, I don't like I said, I don't see it in the Chargers this year. I definitely, I I don't even want to say definitely. I would probably gonna pick the Vikings over them, only because of their defense against that offensive line. Um, I think they get the best of them. You get Niners Texans. Definitely going with the Niners that game. Texans after the other night, they look like one of the worst teams in the league right now.
yeah, they don't look good at all.
Unfortunate, man. I thought we was finally gonna have a, you know, a good NFL. I mean, he hasn't played bad. He still has two playoff wins, or two, or at least two. Which I mean is better than a lot of other Ohio State quarterbacks. But I really thought that he was gonna be that one, and it's just not looking. It's not looking as promising anymore.
I mean, after that rookie year, I mean, but I don't even put it all on him. Some
Nah,
of it is the offensive line
So
because
that boy
they
ain't got
just
no time.
that's what I'm saying. They don't have they haven't invested in the offensive line. They invested in everything else.
I wonder
Every
why they traded Lael Collins. That was weird to me. Like, who trades a tackle, a
yeah,
blindside tackle?
or who trades Larry Tunzel?
Oh no, that's who I was thinking about, not Lael Collins, but that's who I was thinking about, Laramie Tunsil. Like who
Clearly
trades?
one of the best left tackles in the league.
Yeah,
Like,
who does that? So
you know what I mean? When you were already having offensive line problems, like y'all just had got exposed the year before by the
he don't have the
Ravens.
success. Like why would you trade him? Who did they even get for him? I don't even remember.
Um,
But it's like
Shoot, probably some
um,
draft picks.
I don't know why they did that. That caught me by surprise.
Yeah, I mean CJ Stroud right now is just if you look at this year, I mean 1,300 yards, 9 TDs, 4 picks. He's been sacked 15 times. Like it's just not looking good. Like I mean, last year he had 20 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. He was sacked 52 times compared to his rookie year where he was 23-5 and only sacked 38 times. So
Well,
yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not mad only because it's giving the coast the opportunity to win the AFC South again. But like, far as CJ Stroud, like I was really worried, like you said, that he was just gonna be that next guy. And I just knew they were gonna dominate the AFC South for the next like 10 years. I just knew with the coach they had nothing coming. I was like, it's over. Like they got CJ Stroud, he's gonna be phenomenal. Like boom, and it's like literally overnight. Like he just hasn't looked the same. So hopefully this offseason they invest in the O line and maybe we can get him back. Because I mean, the Texans, Colts and Tex rivalry is a good game to watch. So when both teams are decent. So
The last
um,
NFL game out? No, it wasn't. But I did go to the Coast Texas. I think the last year I was in India. It was like the last game of the season. It was a good time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a good game when both teams are good. Like, and you want to see that. Colts, we get the Titans, so I think we'll be all right there. Jonathan Taylor, I think he could possibly win the MVP this year.
Yeah, for real.
You don't have no crazy QB, no quarterbacks out there going crazy, really. Like where you're just like, okay, that QB is like outside of Baker Mayfield. I take that back. Like, but after last night, you know what I mean? And Mike Evans being injured again with a concussion in, I think like a broken collarbone, I think maybe or something like that. All
Yeah,
in one play. I seen that play. Like
yeah, that was
the way
unfortunate.
he fell, like all of that, like, and he was already coming back from a bad hamstring. So, um, and they missing Godwin too. Like they got a couple injuries on defense too. So, who knows what the future holds in store for Tampa Bay. So right now, I'm looking at Jonathan Taylor as an early season MVP favorite. Um, you get Dolphins Falcons. Not excited about that game anyway. Like the
Now,
Falcons didn't.
you could have not said
What?
that game.
Go ahead.
You could have not said that game.
Yeah, well, I'm just thinking about. I'm just trying to refer to like the Falcons against y'all. They didn't look nowhere near how as good as they looked against the Bills the week before.
The Dolphins ain't look good against anybody.
You said what?
The Dolphins ain't look good against anybody.
No, I was talking about the Falcons.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You could have skipped even saying that game because the
Oh,
Dolphins ain't look good at all.
well, I'm stating all the games. Bengals get the Jets, so that'll be good for y'all, man. Another confidence booster.
We're gonna lose that game. Watch,
I don't believe so.
watch what I tell you. That's why I was hoping that the
Wait,
Jets won yesterday or Sunday, so there wouldn't be that, But they're gonna get their first win against us, guaranteed. Lock it in. I
are they
wonder
are
what
they
I
benching
wonder what
Fields?
the
That's
odds
what I'm
is.
saying. They've been talking about benching Fields. So
That,
Yeah, but
that's
I
even
know.
worse.
See, I know
that
Jared's
may be.
Keep
philosophy
telling
on
you
No, they
backup
guys.
did. No,
QBs.
they did bench
we
him.
we
What
play
you
our
call it
worst
played
we play our worst football
against
against backup
backups? You do say
quarterbacks.
that.
Like
You
so,
do say
like
that.
that makes it even worse. If Tyrod starts, since his name is not Tyrod, it's Tyrod. If he starts, but we're gonna lose that game, guaranteed. I've seen this too many times. We're gonna come off this high, and then people are gonna be like, "What are they doing?" Because it's too much. It's too much pressure. I mean, this is like a playoff game now. Because if we lose this, our season's over. Like,
Well, in three
not
games.
not in a physical sense, but in a mental sense, the season's over.
No, I'm just talking about in 3 games. Taylor has played. He done threw 3 touchdowns and 3 picks and been sacked 9 times.
Shit. Look, you see, homeboy, uh, Flacco's stats before he came to us. Ass, but it just situations just different. And like I said, with us not look, I don't think our coaches watch football. I don't think they watch football or like football. So it's like the chances of us having a real scouting report on Tyrod is slim to none. We play horrible against backups. We play horrible anyway, but against backups, we're cooked. So I really got to see what the odds are to that game. I'm probably gonna put a 20-25 on the Jets. So
All right, so we get Cleveland Brown in New England. Game.
New England's gonna beat the shit out of them. New England actually looks good.
They look real good. You got Drake May playing very good. He got 1,700 yards, 12 TDs, only 2 picks.
Yeah, they look good. I'm rolling.
So, Giants, Eagles. Even though Eagles had a big
They play
win
again
last week.
already?
Yeah.
Man,
I think the Giants, if they come out with a little bit more moxie like they kind of had last week, and they barely lost last week.
Nah, fuck that. They gave up 33 points in the fourth quarter. They
I
ain't gonna
agree.
lose. They
I
got their
agree.
ass whooped at some point. They should
I,
not have lost that game.
That's what I'm saying. They
oh, y'all
barely
talking
lost
about the
last week.
Giants and the Broncos?
Yes.
Yes.
That's the wildest game ever. The wildest game ever.
So I think they can beat the Eagles.
And it's like my thing is like, bro, you're up 19-0, and you continue to score, and you still lose. It ain't like they got out. It ain't like they didn't score anything in the fourth quarter. They scored another 13 points. on top of being up 19-0 going into the fourth and lost. That's incredible. Like everybody should have been fired because that's crazy.
Yeah.
And if old boy loses his job, they definitely gonna. You can point back to that game there. You cannot lose that game.
The 49ers have not scored 30 all year. I don't know that we've
Have
scored
we
more.
scored this past game, but shit,
They gave up 33 and a quarter.
in a quarter,
That's a
outrageous.
problem.
And I still, like I said, I still think they can beat the Eagles.
We'll see.
I wouldn't be surprised. I'm just saying that. I'm not saying they're a better team than the Eagles, but if they were to win this game, I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, I'm not saying they're going to be competitive. I'm just not expecting you to win. Like, you smoke a game like that, it's hard for me to have faith in you going
Okay,
into the next one.
that's very fair.
Especially playing against the defending champs too. Like it might be slow because you're a bad football team if you're giving up 33 in a quarter in a
Okay.
fourth quarter that you go in with the lead. That's bad.
All right. So what about Bills and Panthers? Who would think at this time of the season the Bills would be 4-2 and the Panthers would be 4-3?
I don't know, but I'm nothing on that game. Next,
Yeah,
I'm nothing on that game, bro.
Okay. Well,
Who the Panthers beat,
we might as well keep it going then. Bears and Ravens.
Oh, Jesus.
Bears 4-2, Ravens 1-5.
I mean, Bears if there's no Lamar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially since the Ravens don't seem to know how to run the ball when they need to.
And continue to run the ball. Like,
I'm still mad about the 1 yard touchdown from 2 weeks ago.
that's fair. Buccaneers come back and get the Saints.
Beat the Saints.
Yeah, that's
sure.
definitely going to
For sure,
happen.
for sure.
Definitely a
They may,
confidence
need to, they
game.
may need to look at grabbing a wide receiver.
Definitely. I mean, Mari Cooper's out there. There's I would definitely be
Yeah,
breaking this line.
They
The
said
Raiders
that,
receiver want to be traded. Jacoby Myers.
Oh yeah, from the Raiders. Yeah, I would definitely go after him.
He still
You could
like to be out
probably
here.
throw them a 6 and get him.
What's going on there? And
Man,
Amari
it's the
Cooper looked at the
Raiders.
team and was like, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna just quit playing football."
It's the Raiders, bro. Like, it's the same thing. Like we were saying before, it's those certain teams: the Raiders, the Browns, the Pan. It's the same organizations that can't keep any core players, any good core players. But nonetheless, you got Cowboys and Broncos. That may be a decent game. I ain't gonna say a good game. That may be a decent game.
It might be high scoring. Honestly, if you talking about somebody who's looked really good from a
Yeah, he's
quarterback perspective,
Dak Prescott,
one of those.
yes, over 1,800 yards, 16 touchdowns, and only 3 picks. And Pickens making a resurgence with 36 catches right now for 607 and 6 TDs right now. So that definitely can be a high. That could be a 40 to 42 point, 40 point, you know what I mean? Easy.
Just got to win 40-point games, because they defense gonna give
defense,
up.
Trash. Talking about defunding the Cowboys defense because they are horrible. Then Sunday night we get Packers Steelers. That'll be a good game. And then Monday night we get Commanders and Chiefs, which should be a competitive game also. Bye week we get Lions got a bye, Raiders get a bye, Rams get a bye, Cardinals get a bye, Seahawks get a bye, and Jaguars get a bye. Dang, man, y'all whole division. The whole NFC West got a bye.
Jeez.
Dang, y'all the only one still playing with all the injured players.
That's fine. Put us up a game. I mean, we still lead the division technically. We got all the tiebreakers, but
yeah,
3 teams is 5-2. It looks crazy.
Yeah. So that's all I got, man. What we defunding this week, guys? What we
Stephen
defunding?
A. Smith.
Dang. So fast.
Yeah, that one locked and loaded.
Bro, please get rid of him by all means.
Oh man.
Oh man,
I
we ain't even got Justin here to talk about no boxing. What you about to say, Ike?
I looked up the Kyrie thing. They're I said they January is probably when they think he will come back.
Yeah, but they'll
So
probably wait till after the All Star break, depending on what their record is. That's what they teams
he was
notoriously do.
he'll be there for the season. He'll get about half of the season in. So I mean that'll be that's when I really want to see Dallas is when they've got it.
But then by that time, hopefully nobody else is injured. Hopefully AD ain't injured,
Well,
or
you know, knock on wood.
that's always a possibility.
That is
But
very true.
yeah, I got nothing, man. Definitely excited for basketball. You know, give us
Yep, tapped in now.
some more to talk about. We got two games tonight. Lakers play after this, so
Oh, LeBron is rough though, man.
yeah.
Damn. I
But
just
I mean, it still be good to see what this team is going to look like without LeBron, because there's going to come a time where
and guess what it's gonna look like? Absolute trash. You would think I just don't understand once people team up with LeBron that like Luca is not going to be able to carry this team. It's just it's like soon as somebody becomes a teammate of LeBron, they just aren't. I don't know, but Luca's not going to be able to keep. I doubt this team will even be 500 while LeBron is out. He's not going to be able to carry them. And can he? Of course. Should he be able to? Absolutely. Will he? I don't see it. I don't see it, and I don't know why that is. But they're gonna look like a lottery team tonight and going forward until LeBron gets back. They might look like a lottery team once LeBron is back. But you would think that Luca but I also think the Lakers' problem, and I ain't gonna drag this out, but I also think the Lakers' problem is they got too many guys. Like they got too many guys that do a few different things, but are a master of none. And it's like that makes the coach's job tough, trying to figure out who you gonna play. I mean, you got all these guards, you got all these big men. You just got almost too much. It's like how can you focus on okay? I need this out of you. I need this out of you when you got 12 guys that are kind of all just yeah. I mean, granted, Luca and probably Reeves are up here, but the rest of everybody is just like, and that's not a recipe for success either. So we'll see.
I agree. I agree. You need specialists,
Yeah,
and you need to know exactly what
like
roles are.
I'd rather have a team with 8 guys that I know for sure, and the rest of the guys just y'all just chill. Than 12, 13 guys that are all just middle of the road. None have any expectations. None have any real accountability. Like it's just they got too many guys. Like you got guys like Gabe Vincent. He can get you 25 or zero. And it's just like, bro, you gotta get you can have a team full of those guys. Like DeAndre Ayton. He can go out there and get you 3 points or he can get you 20. Same with Jared Vanderbilt. He can get you no points or he could possibly get you 17. You know. And I'm not even exaggerating, like let me know if I'm
No,
wrong, but all those
you're
guys are
right.
just like
I ain't fighting you at all.
They're all just like, well, if this guy gets 2 points, if he gets 19 points, no reaction. Like it needs to be some guys that, okay, man, if he's scoring under 15 every game, then something might be wrong, or it's just Lakers just got too many guys that just have no expectations, and I think that's gonna hurt them. So we'll
Yeah.
see.
You'll see what JJ can do with it, man.
It's just making
You're gonna
making
have,
it
you're gonna have,
harder. I know that.
you're gonna have to coach his ass off for sure. You ain't
That's what
wrong
you're
at
gonna
all.
have to do when you got 12 guys that are just middle of the roaders. You're gonna have to coach your ass off. It just makes everything tougher.
I agree. I agree. I agree. Well, that's all. Ike, what you got, man? Closing remarks?
I had something, man. I'm gonna save it for next week. I need just
Nah, man, come on. You said you need Justin here. Okay,
yeah.
that's fair. That's fair.
He about to defund the Ravens.
Nah, I should though. I just because they won't get involved. But this is a fantasy football game. But he's specifically involved in this, and I need him to be a part of it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, hey, y'all, this has been the Epic Podcast, man. We will see y'all next week.